I call the honourable member for Fairfax.
A question to the Treasurer. Why does the government require all Australian businesses and enterprises to pay provisional tax before any profit is earned? This tax stops business using their own cash to grow, employ people, expand the economy and exports to stimulate the nation. How can a low taxation party like the Liberal Party government not eliminate the requirement to pay tax before a profit is earned?
I call the honourable the Treasurer.
Well, I thank the honourable member for the question. There's many changes that we would like to make to the taxation system, and there's one before the Senate at the very moment, and that's to get rid of the carbon tax. And there is another tax that we want to abolish. It's a mining tax. And we want to simplify the taxation system. That's why, prior to the last election, we undertook that there would be a taxation white paper. The recommendations of the taxation white paper would be taken to the Australian people at the next election. But the fundamental point is that if you are to undertake the sorts of reforms that the honourable member believes to be worthy, such as abolishing the provisional tax, you need to have money in the bank. You need to have the financial capacity to deliver that sort of reform. And when you are running significant deficits, you can't do anything to undermine your revenue base. And this is why we need to pull back on the wasteful expenditure that was the legacy of the last Labor government. And that's why we cannot proceed with taxes like the mining tax, which has raised 3% of the revenue Labor claims, but yet still proceed, sir, still proceed with all the expenditure against the tax that raised no money, because that leaves the budget worse off, not just today, not just tomorrow, but well into the future. So if you are going to undertake significant tax reform, you can best do it when you are not relying on a clutch of new taxes to increase the revenue base, but in fact you can look to compensate people for the transition to a new revenue system that indeed does simplify the taxation system overall and make us a more competitive nation. But I would say to you, as I say through you, Madam Speaker, I say to the member for Fairfax and I say to all members of this parliament, we need to be in a position where we can simplify the taxation system, deliver fairer, simpler taxes, deliver overall reduced taxes, exactly what the coalition has promised in the budget, exactly what the coalition is going to do through its taxation reform paper, because at the end of the day, you are absolutely right. The low-tax parties are the coalition parties, the high-tax parties are the Labor parties, and that's why I expect the support of Palmer United in getting rid of the carbon tax package and getting rid of the mining tax package.